Hi, I'm Marilyn, and I want to welcome you today to Exposing Grief. When we expose anything, it becomes less threatening. To expose loss and grief will provide us with some emotional control. In 2020, we laid the foundation for these conversations. Over 12 episodes, we explained how loss and grief can and does occur at any age or any stage in life. You can go back and listen to those foundational podcast episodes, or you can begin listening today as part of your personal journey to be more emotionally and mentally healthy. This journey to emotional well-being is personal. You cannot force or coerce anyone to be more healthy, whether physically or mentally. A person has to want to be healthy and must be willing to do the hard work in order to see results. You can only encourage someone in the journey. As previously mentioned, I am not a therapist, psychologist, psychoanalyst, or any professional from the field of mental health. I'm just someone who has lived many years. I have experienced my own loss and grief, and I have observed others as they have dealt with these emotions. Additionally, I have watched as the stigmas toward emotional and mental health are being slowly chipped away. People are beginning to realize anyone may suffer from an emotional setback, which may require professional intervention. Shame should not be assigned to those who seek assistance. Hopefully, we can all agree that family is important. People who have no family often wish they had one. They even daydream of what it would be like to have family. It can be daunting to navigate a big and scary world without having family you can count on. Also, people with no family often ask themselves who they may look like or behave like. The mental pictures they create help them to balance the trauma of not having family. Years ago, there were not many ways to look for those relationships. DNA testing has opened new avenues to explore familial relationships. However, a different type of trauma can result if the newfound family rejects the person. There is no law which states you have to accept relatives you did not previously know. Of course, there is no law which states we have to accept family members we currently know. The COVID pandemic, social injustices, vaccine hesitancy, and many other issues have caused people to disconnect from their families. This disconnect from family is headed toward an epidemic of its own. Parents have stopped talking to children. Children are blocking grandparents. There are misunderstandings and bitter words spoken, causing pain and hurt feelings. Where will it all end? If a family has a member with an addiction, then there is an understanding of no communication. It still hurts, but there is some degree of knowing that the substance has control over the person. However, when family members stop communicating because of a difference of opinion, then it is more difficult to understand why communication stops. Generally, adults can work out communication fights either by not mentioning the topics which cause strife or not reacting to those topics. It appears that is no longer the case. Many people are now simply shutting out others who don't agree with them, whether the persons are family or not. How can any of this be good? Family provides history. If you know history, then you can plan for your own life better. Maybe there are health issues that are genetic. If you don't know about them, then sometimes it can take longer to diagnose certain health problems. History is an anchor, which we can learn many things from. It can provide balance and stability. As we push family away, then we become disconnected and disoriented. Grieving the loss of family relationships is one thing, but what can replace it? Even friends can have different opinions from you. If you find yourself becoming someone who constantly pushes people away, who don't agree with you, then you might consider getting professional help on how to compromise, resolve, and overcome conflict in life. Ask the person who has no family. It is not the ideal situation. Learning how to accept differences is a skill anyone can develop. Sometimes we just have to agree to disagree, yet move forward in the relationship. Many topics have no right or wrong opinion, so having different opinions is fine, not a matter of life and death. These conversations about loss, grief, and emotional well-being are necessary, perhaps well overdue. Be a part of these important conversations. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to visit with you next time on Exposing Grief.